JHS Legends of Fuzz are exacting recreations of 4 of the most iconic fuzz machines ever to hit the market. The pedals that inspired this line are hard to find and pricey to acquire once you do, and that's because they are part of the signature sounds of some of the biggest names in blues and rock history. Today we are going to look at the first 4 in a planned series of 10 fuzz pedals. We are going to take a look at the Bender based on the 1973 Mark III silver and orange Onomatopoeia Tonebender, the Supreme based on the 1972 Japanese black and gray Super Fuzz, the Crimson based on the 1992 Russian Mike Matthews Red Army Overdrive, and the Smiley based on the 1969 Dallas Arbiter fuzz face made famous by Jimi Hendrix. In addition to making it a lot easier to get your hands on some pedals that are very rare and very pricey, JHS has decided to include a mode switch on each one of these fuzz pedals. This is based on the work that they do doing lots of aftermarket modifications, and they decided to engineer one right into the body of each one of these pedals. Before we start listening, I just want to make sure you keep in mind that these aren't bass pedals. These pedals, like the ones that they're modeled on, were made specifically for guitar. But I think you're going to find that we can still get some pretty awesome sounds out of these, and in fact, one of them even makes me make this face. So let's check them out. Our tester bass today is a Mexican Fender 50s reissue precision bass with Seymour Duncan quarter-pound pickups. We're running the signal through a TC Electronics Ditto looper into a Noble bass preamp into a Universal Audio Apollo Twin. This was probably the one that I gravitated towards first. It's the one that you heard on the intro to this video, and I think that's because this one gives me most of what I'm looking for out of a bass fuzz. It's super saturated throughout the entire audio spectrum, has this nice sort of compression thing, makes me want to really lay in pretty hard. I mean, I like that. It's probably worth noting that this pedal, like the rest of them, doesn't have a blend or a mix knob or anything like that. And in fact, here's what it sounds like with all the controls at 0 except for volume. Yeah, like that's the minimum amount of fuzz this pedal is capable of delivering. So, I mean, if you're looking for like a light coloration or some pick attack emphasis, this may not be for you, but if you like a statement pedal, something that's really gonna make your bass sound truly different all the way through, this one's awesome. I found that for bass, I like it with all the knobs just about. Honestly, at noon, I might roll the tone up a little bit to get some more attack. When you push the side switch in, it gives you some more mids, a little bit more volume, and this would probably be the thing to do if somehow this wasn't quite cutting through your mix the way you want it to. Something I've noticed already about the way that these pedals are wired is, man, they are quiet. This is on with everything up pretty high. I mean, that's not bad as far as noise floor goes for a pedal that can get this rowdy. So the pedal this one is based on is an Overdrive, and your main knob here on the right says Distort instead of Fuzz, so this one does feel to me a little bit more like an Overdrive or a distortion. Nice and drivey, ton of hair, ton of articulation. I actually like this one a little bit better with the mode switch in. There's just a little bit more mid, some more snarl and articulation. I think it's a great sounding pedal for bass. Again, does that kind of like natural distorted compression thing really well. Of particular note, I feel like to bass players with this pedal is that the tone knob feels like it's a tilt EQ, and that is to say that when you turn it towards the low end, you actually get less highs, and as you turn it towards the highs, you actually get less lows. So we're gonna start all the way towards the low end side. There's noon. I mean, I love how that high-end articulation sounds, and to me, this would be a pedal if you have the ability to split your signal and keep some of your clean or dry bass signal and mix it in with this. This would be awesome. This one is all about the switches, I think, because out of the gate, here's what you have. I mean, right away, it's a cool sound. Maybe another one where a split or reamp signal would help you out with some of the low end, but listen to what happens when we push these switches. Yeah, so that's the tone switch, which is part of the original circuit that JHS is modeling this pedal on. And now here comes the mode or mod switch. It's a really full sound. That tone switch, the mids are scooped almost all the way out, all this roaring low end comes back in, and when you combine that with the mode switch, which is JHS's addition to this pedal, I think it's a really full, huge sound. I mean, I know we all make a ton of money playing doom metal. I'd say this is the pedal for you. This one, the fuzz on it is very bright and very articulate, and you do lose a lot of low end playing a bass on it, but it is still pretty cool, and it does the thing I hope any pedal does when I plug it in, which is it inspires me to play differently or explore some new ideas. So the mod that JHS included on this pedal is a noise gate. And the thing I like about it is with this kind of mid-range forward, super buzzy sound, it lets you play with actually a lot of articulation, which is usually pretty hard to do with a fuzz. I have to say, of the four, this one's probably the least directly suited for bass just because you lose a whole bunch of low end when you play through it, but it is still pretty inspiring and a lot of fun to play through. I just think this thing is so cool. I mean, what a cool mission to take on, to replicate pedals that you probably would never come across. You're certainly not going to see one randomly sitting on the shelf in a music store. And now here they are. I love the aesthetic. I love the design. JHS pedals are typically a little more whimsical, maybe in their design. This guy is like all business. The shape, construction, the action on the knobs, all that it feels really solid. This is definitely built to go comfortably and easily on a pedal board. I love the input, output, and control layout. Ins, outs, and 9-volt are all right here under the knobs. I like that there's not too many knobs. You pretty much know what you're dealing with right out of the gate, and it doesn't take too long to find something that you really like. I have to say, of all these, I think the Supreme was my favorite. It was just such a statement pedal, and for me, when I kick on a fuzz, I like people to really feel what I'm doing. So that's gonna do it for the Legends of Fuzz. These are out now. They each street for $179. These are only the first 4 of a planned 10 pedals in this series, so you can probably look forward to some more videos from me when those come out. Which one was your favorite? What'd you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, do all the usual internet stuff. And as usual, thank you for watching.